welcome back to my channel. Today we are shopping my stash. So first we are going to go over the products that were in the basket for the last basket, and I'm going to give you guys some mini reviews on those, and then I'm going to show you the items that I pulled for this current basket. So this last basket, you guys, I am not going to lie, I didn't care for this basket. I struggled to even use quite a few of these products, but let me tell you, I guess, why. What I'll do actually is I'm going to start with the products that I actually did enjoy from this basket. So first, we'll start here. This is the Victoria's Secret Pure Seduction, and I have the fragrance lotion and the fragrance mist. So I did really, really enjoy both of these. This to me reminds me a lot of Love Spell. There's definitely something very similar. There has to be like a fragrance note that they both share. But this is what I would describe as like a fruity floral. A very, very pretty scent. The lotion, as far as hydration goes, is very light. So someone like me who has dry skin, I do like to pair this with an oil to actually get the moisture from it. The fragrance on this is really good though. And then when you wear these together, the fragrance does seem to last a few hours, and then, you know, obviously you can reapply the mist or whatever. But if you guys saw the last basket, I had the Victoria's Secret, the coconut passion, and that one just didn't seem to have very much lasting power or throw to it. This is the opposite. This actually does have quite a bit of throw, and it does have some lasting power. So I'm still wondering if it's just coconut in general just is a lighter fragrance, and maybe it has nothing to do with the brand or anything. But so I did actually really, really enjoy both of those. And then next up, as far as what I did enjoy, this is the Dr. Teal's body lotion in the nourishing coconut oil. This is like a true clean coconut. So in my last basket, I had some coconut products that I was playing with, and those were like, one of them was a very like almost like a tropical coconut with like pineapple hints to it, and the other had more vanilla with the coconut. This is what I would consider like a true like coconut milk type fragrance. Now this lotion is on the lighter side, but it actually has a huge punch of moisture in it. Like I actually really, really enjoy this even with my dry skin. Now the fragrance on this is very light though. This is not something that you're gonna, you know, if you just wore this, I don't think that you would like go out and about and people would be like, oh, you smell so fantastic. Maybe if you were like hugging someone and they were like up close and personal, they would be able to smell it. But there's not a lot of throw to this fragrance, but it's just so good. So I actually really, really did enjoy that. And then I was pairing that with this Gail Hmons Delicious Cocoa, or wait, what does this say? Cool Caribbean Coconut, this little body mist. And you guys, I love this. It just smells so, so good. This is more, how would I describe this? This is almost like a coconut with like a hint of like fresh or dryer sheet or like laundry detergent. This is not a vanilla coconut. This is not a tropical fruity coconut. Again, this is just a very clean coconut. So I actually, of all the coconut body mists and perfumes that I've tried so far in the Shop My Stash basket, this is definitely my favorite by far. The dilemma with this is it is getting harder and harder to find. It used to be you could get this at Walmart in the minis and in the full size. You could get it at TJ Maxx and Marshalls. You could get it on Amazon. And my Walmart no longer carries these. And when I looked on Amazon, you could only get it in like a 4-pack of minis with other fragrances. And then they did have a full size, but they wanted like $40 some for the full size body mist, which is insane because they used to be $9.99. So they must not be making this anymore, which is so sad. So I'm going to have to find something else because this one is just so, so good. And that's kind of the end. Well, you know what? This one was a mediocre. This one wasn't that bad. So let's talk about this. This is the Scent Theory Coconut Dreams, which is coconut cream and rich caramel. This is the body cream. These are the ones that Walmart carries that are kind of, they like try and dupe the Bath and Body Works ones. I am not really sure what this is supposed to dupe as far as Bath and Body Works is concerned, but I did like this. This one, for some reason, didn't seem to be as thick and as moisturizing as the cotton candy one that I tried in the last basket. So that I thought was a little bit strange, because you would think that the formula would still be the same, even though the fragrance is different. So I wasn't huge on that. The other thing, well, there's two other things. This one, the good thing about this is there is something about this, probably the caramel. There's something about this that is very, very familiar and similar to the Sol de Janeiro Cheirosa 62 fragrance. It's got to be the caramel note. So it has a hint of that kind of a smell, which I really, really like. The other thing about this, though, that was very strange, and maybe it was a coincidence, because I didn't use this a ton, just like I said, because like I wasn't thrilled with this basket for some reason. When I put this on my body, it was totally fine, but I noticed 2 of the times that I put this on, my body was fine, but my hand, like between my fingers, was super, super itchy and turned red. Now, I don't know if that was a complete coincidence or if it was actually a reaction to this, which is very, very strange, because I almost never react to anything. Like, my skin is pretty tough, especially my hands. So maybe it was just a coincidence. Maybe it had nothing to do with it. Obviously, I'll, continue using it and playing with it. But I thought that was very, very strange that I noticed it twice, and both times I had used this. But my body was fine. Like on my arms and my legs, I didn't have, any irritation at all. It was just like between my fingers. I don't know. Very, very strange. So this is one, it was kind of just like a mediocre. Okay, so this next one, this is the Trader Joe's Pineapple Bergamot Scented Body Butter. So I feel like this kind of goes along with the last one that I used that was like the lavender and something, where it's just the fragrance is not there. In fact, this one, the fragrance was even lighter than the lavender one. This one, quite honestly, I like just sniffing it here on cold sniff, I would almost think that this is like a fragrance-free body butter, because there's just no fragrance to it at all. I like the formulation. I do feel like it's super moisturizing, and like I like the texture and all of that. But as far as if you're going for fragrance, this was just not delivering at all. Now, that being said, and I think I mentioned this in the last basket video when I was talking about the lavender one, I know for a fact that some of the Trader Joe's body butters are very highly fragranced. So I don't know, it must just be something about this particular line. So this was kind of a flop for me. But I mean, obviously I will continue using it, and I'll just kind of treat it like it's an unscented body butter. Okay, so the last 4 products, let's get into those. This is how that turned out. So I had the last 4 products that I had. This first one is the Bodyology Cabana Days, and I had it in the body mist and in the body cream. And then I also had the Hemp's Sweet Pineapple and Honey Melon Lotion and the Gail Hmons Delicious Pick Me Up Pineapple Fragrance Mist, and I was kind of pairing those together. So we'll start with the Bodyology one first. So as far as the actual formulation of the body cream, it's a lot like the last one that I tried. As far as it seems good. Like, I like the way this feels. I feel like it hydrates. It's, it's moisturizing. It's a nice texture. It's thick. So I like that. I don't like with this one was not as bad, probably because it's like the body cream. This pineapple is what I would consider like probably more of a true pineapple, but with grassy undertones. And you don't get the grassy undertones as much with the body cream as you do with the fragrance mist. The other thing with the fragrance mist too, when you initially spray this, it is a very, very strong like alcohol smell. But then once that dies down, you definitely pick up more of like that pineapple smell. But then, yeah, like I said, there's this like grassy green undertone to it. And this is actually supposed to be coconut, banana, and pineapple. I did not get banana or coconut whatsoever with this through the entire, transition of like from the initial spray to like when I could no longer smell it anymore. Never ever did I smell banana or coconut. Like I said, it's just a very green pineapple smell to me. So as far as lasting power too, I feel like it lasted like a couple hours. So this was definitely better than the last one that I tried that didn't really have a whole lot of staying power. So as far as that goes, I still want to try some more Bodyology fragrances just because I'm curious. But I wasn't a fan of this one, and we'll get into that more after I talk about the other pineapple fragrances. So the Sweet Pineapple and Honey Melon Lotion. This is more of it's like a sweet pineapple. And it's got, like, it does have that little bit of the honey melon, which is almost like a honeydew type of a smell. It kind of reminds you a little bit of like cucumber melon from Bath and Body Works. It's like you have pineapple mixed with that. So this was actually doable, but there was something about the fragrance on this that I was just like not digging at all. Now the formulation on the Hemps lotion is really good. This is like a lightweight lotion and it sinks in really well, but it is very moisturizing. So I do actually like the formula of the Hemps lotion. And then the last thing that I had was this Gail the Pick Me Up Pineapple fragrance. Now this is more of a candied pineapple type of fragrance. So this is a very sweet pineapple. It's a very true pineapple, but it literally reminds me of like, have you ever had those, like the dried pineapple that almost has like a sugar coating on it? Not like a granulated sugar, but more of like almost like a powdered sugar or like a glaze type on it. I don't know. That's what this reminded me of. So it's definitely like, this one I think I liked it better than the Cabana Days one. But again, there was just something about both of the fragrances. Well, actually, like all of those, the lotions, the body cream, and then both fragrance mists that I just was like, it just wasn't doing it for me. And I think I figured it out because there's just this like pungent smell to all of them. And I think what it is I don't think I care for pineapple as like a main scent note. I know I've had pineapple fragrances, or not entirely pineapple fragrances, but fragrances that have like a hint of pineapple, even like fruit punch and things like that, that I really, really like. But when pineapple seems to be like the main note, you can almost, look, for me, and here's the thing, you guys, everybody's body, like your pH is going to be different than my pH. So the way something lays on your skin and the way it smells is going to be totally different than how it lays on me. So I always encourage you guys, if any of these things sound appealing to you, try them, because they may be completely different on your skin than they are on mine. But to me, that like pungent pineapple smell, I could almost like pick up on like the acid, like that citric acid smell, and something about that. Well, I know what it is. I know it's the acid. It almost is a little bit reminiscent of puke, that like acid. So which this is so good, you guys. This is honestly kind of what I wanted to do with this whole like rebuilding my stash and like trying to figure out what squads that I want to build. Now I know that pineapple is not a squad that I want to build. There is no reason for me to look for any more like pineapple fragrances that are heavy on the pineapple, because I just don't think I care for pineapple. It's just a little too pungent for me. So that was everything that was in the last basket. Let's go ahead and get into what I pulled for this current basket. So first off, this is funny because I normally always pull something in the lavender line, and I didn't in this last basket, which I think is another reason why I was like really struggling with that basket and didn't care for it. Lavender is one of my favorite fragrances as far as like the scent families go, and I love using it at night. So, or even if like I'm having a day where I'm like feeling under the weather or I'm super tired or something like that, lavender is just a very soothing and comforting fragrance to me. So I decided to pull this Baby Magic Calming Baby Lotion in the lavender and chamomile. That way I have at least one lavender product in this basket, because On those days where I don't know what I feel like wearing, but I want to smell like something, lavender is just kind of my go-to. So decided to pull that. And then I also pulled this Vaseline Intensive Care Advanced Repair. If you guys saw my last girly Walmart haul, that's when I got this and I kind of talked about it. I know I've tried this in the past. I don't really remember what my opinion was on it, but it is a fragrance-free lotion. But I was watching somebody else's video and kind of reading through the comments, and someone in the comments on that video had said that the absolute best lotion for crepey skin was this. Now, I am not like super crepey yet, but I definitely am, you know, I am definitely aging. Things are not as tight as they used to be. So I was just curious. I wanted to see how I felt about this. Now, I usually, like these baskets, I'm usually only doing for like 3 weeks. And obviously there's other products in this basket. So it's not like I'm going to be using this like super consistently every single day, because I'll be using other stuff also. But I just kind of wanted to play around with it and see how I felt about it. And if I see any results at all, then I may actually do a little bit of an experiment where I use it like every single night for a month or something and see if I notice any difference. But initially I just kind of want to play with it and see how I feel. Another lotion. This is actually another Vaseline lotion. This is the Almond Smooth. This is one I've had in my collection for a while, and I haven't really played with it recently, but I think I really liked it. It smells really good. Which, honestly, this brings up like a whole nother conversation. So let's take a little detour here. So obviously I have the Intensive Care, I have the Almond. I also have the cocoa butter one and the lavender one in the Vaseline. So I think there's only like 2 or 3 that I don't have. There's a part of me that wants to just get the entire collection. Is that weird? To just, that way I own every single Vaseline lotion so I can like try all of them out and see how I feel. Is that weird? Like, would you guys be interested in seeing that? Well, I guess I wouldn't necessarily even do a whole committed video just to Vaseline unless you guys wanted to see that. But yeah, I don't know. There's a part of me that really wants to just get the whole collection. So you may be seeing more of these in future videos. But yeah, this is the Almond Smooth. I do remember that this is not as heavy duty as like the cocoa butter one. So this is probably going to be really nice for summer. Plus the scent on this is actually, well, quite honestly, the scent on this is good for summer, but I can also see this being really good for like that transition from summer to autumn. It's because it's just that nice like almondy scent. So excited to have that back in the basket. And then this is the last lotion. Now, I've never tried this one before, and I only have the small size, but this is the Hawaiian Tropic Moisturizer, and this is actually an after sun lotion, which I very rarely like go out in the sun enough to get burnt or anything. So this is just going to be more of like a body lotion for me. It's not going to be an after sun thing, but it's supposed to be a lime colada fragrance. So not really sure what that means. I'm not smelling a whole lot of lime, at least, you know, just out of the bottle. Definitely some coconut. So yeah, this will be fun to play with. I'm just curious, you know, as far as like how moisturizing this is going to be and how strong the fragrance is going to be. And then I pulled some different fragrances. The first one is the Body Fantasies Lilac, which I have never tried this before. You can see it is all the way up to the top. It's not new. It's been in my collection for a while. I just have never used it. Okay, like I'm sniffing like that, I just smell pure alcohol. So yeah, we'll just have to play with that. And then I also pulled this Yardley of London Fine Fragrance Body Mist, and this is in the Summer Breeze, which is it's like very citrusy, which is funny because the front shows like flowers, and I'm not really getting floral from this at all. This smells like straight up citrus, heavy on the orange. So that I think is going to be really nice. And then I also pulled 2 more Gail Hmons fragrances, which I haven't looked these up to see if they're still available. Like the coconut. Maybe the coconut is just hard to find right now because it's summertime. I don't know. But this one is the Be My Honeydew. Looks like that. And this, like, it has like a slight hint of the cucumber melon from Bath and Body Works. But there's something else. So I'll have to wear this and play with it and like see if I can like figure out what that other stuff is. It does smell really good, very clean. And then I also pulled the Gail Hmons Delicious Very Very Strawberry. And obviously this is strawberry, but this is not like a dupe for a strawberry pound cake. This is not. It almost reminds me of like you guys, well, I mean, I'm sure a lot of you guys remember, and especially now because it's coming back in style, but you know the smell of like strawberry shortcake, like the doll? That's kind of what this smells like. It's almost like a strawberry frosting, but not like strawberry pound cake. Like you're not getting that. I don't know. Again, I'm going to have to play with this and kind of like see if I can figure out how to describe this best because it smells really good. And then the last two products are both new to me and they are both lip products. And these are also from the last girly Walmart haul that I did. So we have the EOS Pops. This is the Grape Fizz lip little, what do they call this? Super balm is what they call it. But it's like a chapstick or lip gloss. And then this one is from Be Fresh and it's the Glazed Donut Nourishing Lip Serum. So that's what that looks like. So obviously I've never tried these, and like I said earlier, obviously everybody's different, so I always encourage you guys to try, you know, try everything. It doesn't matter if I say it's bad or not. Like, it may be really good for you. Unfortunately, like, somebody had commented on that video, the girly Walmart haul, and said that these sucked. So, and they said that it actually made their lips feel more dry. So I'm like, oh no. So hopefully that's not the case for me, but let me know in the comments if you've ever tried these and if they worked for you or if they dried out your lips even worse. And honestly, I'm not 100% sure if it was both of these or just one in particular that she was referring to. Well, she did make a comment that most of the EOS products didn't work for her, so maybe she was just referring to this one. I'm not really sure. You know what? Like, I'm going to have to find out too, because this one, I actually got this for a couple people for Christmas. I'll have to ask them what they thought because I've never really heard what they thought. So maybe they didn't tell me what they thought because they thought it sucked. I don't know. We're going to see though. So that's everything that's in the basket for this time. I definitely feel like this basket is going to be more enjoyable than the last basket for me. So anyway, let me know in the comments down below, what kind of things are you wearing? Have you tried any new fragrances that you either loved or you hated? Do you have any recommendations for me for, it could be a body mist, a perfume, body care, body wash, shampoo, conditioner, like any of those things, foot care, nail care, you name it. I'm interested to know if you have any recommendations. So please leave all of those down below. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me for a little bit, and I will see you very soon.